Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Andvaris Arise IBO. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to use Boot Camp to dual boot your Mac computers. Now, for a lot of you who have Mac computers and don't know if you can work a client with the Arise system, well, now you can. Even if you have a Mac computer, you can dual boot your computer using Boot Camp and use it as a Windows computer to work any Windows client. Let's get into it. Just a little disclaimer, guys, before we go ahead and get started here. I just want to let you guys know I'm not a tech expert, and I'm not telling you guys to use Boot Camp to dual boot your computer so that you can work a client, but just letting you know some of the steps on how to go about it, and if you choose to do it, that's on you. Alright guys, let's get into it here. Now, this video is for anyone who has a Mac computer. You can use Boot Camp to dual boot your Mac computer as a Windows computer and use it as a Windows computer. Now there are a few things that you're going to have before you could even do that. Let me go over that. You're going to have an Intel based Mac, and that means that you're going to have an Intel processor on your Mac, okay? So you have to check that. You have to have a Microsoft Windows installation media or disk image ISO containing a 64-bit version of Microsoft Windows 8 or later, okay? An Apple keyboard, mouse, or trackpad, or a USB keyboard and mouse. You're going to have at least 55 gigs of free disk space on your startup drive. Now, you might need, I'll show you on the screen here what the Mac models that you can have that you won't need a USB flash drive for. But if you don't have one of these Mac models, then you're going to have to use a USB 2 flash drive, and it has to have 16 gigs or more in it, okay? Now guys, I'm going to put every single step on the screen here somewhere for you guys to read over and follow, okay? So let's get into it here. Step 1, check system requirements. Some versions of Windows require a certain processor and more hard drive space, memory RAM than others. Check the documentation that came with your copy of Windows to find out what you need. Step 2, get a Windows disk image. Now, when you purchase Windows, it comes as a disk image file ISO that you downloaded, or as an installation disk or USB flash drive. If your copy of Windows came on a DVD, you might need to create a disk image of it to work with Boot Camp. If your version of Windows came on a USB flash drive, you can download an iOS from Microsoft. Guys, I'm going to put both links below to the how to create a disk image, and I'm going to put the link as well if you do have a USB flash drive, how you can download it from Microsoft. So both links will be below, okay guys? Now that's for step 2, remember. Step 3, open Boot Camp Assistant. Open Boot Camp Assistant guide you through installing Windows on your Mac. It's super easy, guys. It's a step-by-step process on how to install it, and Boot Camp Assistant does just that. They walk you right through it. Open this app from the Utilities folder in the Applications folder and follow the on-screen instructions to automatically repartition your startup disk and download related software drivers for Windows. Guys, what's going to ask you to do is to give space to on your hard drive to your Windows, boot computer, so to your boot system. So you're going to have to dedicate some free hard drive space to your Windows startup, okay? If you're prompted during installation, connect a blank USB flash drive. And that's what I was saying before. I'm going to put the link below for that as well, so you can know what models, if you have the model, then you don't need the USB flash drive. Alright, step 4, guys. Format your Windows partition. When you complete the assistant, your Mac restarts to the Windows installer. When you're asked where you want to install Windows, select the Boot Camp partition, then click Format. Step 5, guys. Install Windows. Follow the on-screen prompts to finish your Windows installation. That's an easy step. Step 6. Restart your computer. After Windows is installed, you can switch between Mac OS and Windows. Use the Startup Disk Preference pane in Mac OS or the bootcamp system tray item in Windows to select your startup disk, then restart your computer. So guys, once you're here, you're going to be able to restart your computer, or even if you have it off, once you turn your computer on, you have a system where now you can select to turn your computers on Windows or booted up Mac version. You see? That way, if you are looking to service a client that does not allow you to use a Mac, you can boot up your computer as a Windows computer and still service that client and still work from home. Hey guys, I hope you guys found that information useful. As you know, I'm always trying to provide some good information for you guys. For a lot of you who have Macs and weren't sure if you can service a client, most Arise clients do not allow you to use Mac while servicing, but now that you learn this bootcamp dual boot system, or if you're going to implement it, then you can use your Mac to service the client. Guys, if you like the information that we're putting out, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions whatsoever, even though I'm not the best tech guy, but I will find out for you, leave it in the comments below. Check us out on social media. Like I always say, we're everywhere. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Later.